Hi everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me. Hi everybody, can you hear me? You're welcome to the conference. We're finally here. Wow. After such a long time preparing and all of that, we're finally here. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and if you're excited. If you're excited to be here, just show it in the comment section with your favorite emoji. Your favorite emoji. Let's see that. Let's feel the excitement. Everybody show your excitement. Let's know how excited you are with your favorite emojis. Okay, I can see Betty, I can see Adedayo, Adeola, I can see Esusa, I can see Mabel. Thank you all for being here. Just drop your favorite emojis still. Let's burn off the whole place. Not literally, but of course. Burn the whole place, fire emoji, fireworks, all of that. Just litter it all around. Nobody is going to catch you or arrest you for doing that. So let's get that done. I'm excited. I hope you are all as excited as I am. Yahweh Spell, you're welcome. Loveth, you're welcome. Betty, you're welcome. Esusa, you're welcome. Mabel, you're welcome. Adeola, you're welcome. This is going to be a conference of a lifetime. I promise you will be should I say transformed? Will transform be the right word to use? You'll be transformed. It's going to teach you a lot of things. It's going to bring you into a reality the reality you least expect, meaning it's going to beat your expectation. It's going to go beyond your wildest imaginations. So going further quickly, let's just can you just drop, okay, I can see your names. Can you tell us where you're connecting from? Everyone tell us where you're connecting from. I'm here, I'm from Port Harcourt. My name is Daniel. I'm Daniel Adekunle and I'm privileged to be your moderator for tonight. So just introduce yourself to, of course I can see your name, but it doesn't hurt if you still tell us your name. Maybe you have a nickname you want us to address you with while this conference goes on, so you can just drop that. Tell us where you're connecting from. I'm connecting from Port Harcourt. I'm speaking from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So if you are here and maybe you are in Canada, you are in Cameroon, or you are in Nigeria here with us, Benin City, Lagos, wherever, just drop your comments. Tell us where you are connecting from. You're welcome, Miracle. Betty says, okay, Betty Oluwaferomi, connecting from Edo State. You are welcome. Daniela, you are welcome. Please let us know where you're connecting from. We know that the internet is a global village, so we would have people from several places. Just let us know where you're connecting from. And also, it won't hurt to have you tell us your expectations. Victory Obiaso from Lagos, you're welcome. Victory Ese Magini, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name perfectly. Ese Magini from Delta State. Uluagbemi Deborah from Abuja. Usi Ali from Kano, Daniel Ifada from Benin City, Mabel Taiwo from Lagos. You're all welcome. We're excited to have you here. Adebayo Rachel connecting from Abuja. All right, that's awesome. Can you just tell us what are your expectations from this conference? What do you hope to achieve? From this conference? I'll just tell you, I hope to have such a surreal experience. I want my mind to open up to possibilities. I want to be blown away. I want to get several insights into how to navigate life beyond school. Like, the conference is beyond school. So of course I want to learn. I've graduated for about 2-3 years now, but it doesn't hurt to still have this opportunity. I'm just going to say this. If you're an undergraduate here, you don't really know what this conference is all about, please make sure that you don't leave this conference at any point in time, because I wish I had this opportunity while I was still on campus. I definitely know that I would have gone really far. But of course, no problem. It doesn't hurt to still get the information at this point in time. So if you're an undergraduate, don't touch that dial, as it's always usually said. Don't touch that dial, don't touch that dial. Make sure that you pay rapt attention to what we'll be doing here. It's going to change your life. I promise you, it's going to change your life. I can see Emmanuel Eliojo from Lafia, Chidima Aduba from, Evangeline from Benin, Ben from Abuja, Oneshi Jerry from Nasarawa, Salvation from Benin, Daniela from Nasarawa, Yahweh Pierre from Cameroon. Thank you all for joining. So in just about 2 minutes, I'm going to be bringing up our convener to give us a brief overview of what this conference is going to be all about, and to just tell us what to expect, of course, because it's no better way to know what to expect than to hear it from the person whose heart incubated this program. You get? So in just about 2 minutes from now, we'll be bringing her up. But still, I want you to just drop your comments and let us know what you are expecting from this conference. Elijah James, you are welcome. Angela, you are welcome. Thank you all for being here. Peace, you are welcome. Lafia, Nasarawa State, Kogi State. We have people from all across Nigeria joining this conference, and that's amazing. I'm really excited to have all of us here. This is an opportunity for us to know ourselves, to connect, to network, and all of that. So it's amazing. It's amazing having all of us here. We are live. Of course, we are live. We are live. Just before the convener comes up, if you know someone that is supposed to be here that is not here right now, please, you are permitted for like a minute or two. Go to your WhatsApp, tell them, okay, we are live. You need to be here right now because the conference is about to start. And I promise you, in this conference, you don't want to miss a single minute. You don't want to miss a single minute from this conference. So make sure you invite whoever is supposed to be here, and in 2 minutes make sure you are also back here, because at 7:10 exactly, this is 8 minutes past 7, 2 more minutes and our convener will be up to give us a brief overview of what this conference is all going to be all about. So I'm giving us 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please. Let's have everyone. Yeah. Sosa from Ogun State. Yeah, Mabel said calling all the comrades. Of course, go and call all the comrades from your school, from your vicinity, from your church, from even your village people. Call all of them. Everybody needs to succeed. Just go and bring everybody. Call everybody to come for this conference. Because of course, if you succeed and your village people don't succeed, it's problem for you. So you need to succeed and have your village people succeed too, so that you won't have any problems in life. Everybody will be cruising at a very good height. So without much ado, if you can give a clapping emoji in the comment section, we are going to have our convener, which Miss Esohe Esther Idehe, coming up to give us a brief overview of what we'll be having in this conference. So please, with a loud ovation, of course, I know it might not be loud, we cannot hear it, but we can see it. So please, just a clapping ovation, and let's bring her up right now. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, then you bring me up stage. Hi, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everybody. I am so excited to be here. I mean, yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, the energy in the room is so palpable. Thank you, Esosa. I see you at Dedayo, Paul, Ishola, um, Apostle Femi Lazarus Snipet. I don't know who that is. Betsy. I'm so excited, and you know, while our moderator was opening up the session, I was just so excited to see that we have people from different states represented in this conference, right? I see people from Abuja, from Nasarawa, I see Lagos, Delta, Kogi, Bini, Ogun, right? And I'm so excited. I want to officially welcome each and every one of you to this life-changing conference, right? So without so much ado, I'm just going to tell you what was on my mind. How did I get to think about this conference? So my name is Esoe Ide. Well, Esoe Esther Ide. I often do not like to mention the Esther because I feel that it's a lot easier for people to call me Esther, but I really love to be addressed as Esoe. Esa is my native name, so I'm just so proud to let the world know that I am an Edo girl from Benin City, precisely. Yes, so I always enjoy to say that. I was holding a strategy journal. I don't know if you guys can see. You can see this journal. You don't want to know how old this journal is. At least I can remember this journal was a gift from my mentor to me. I think somewhere around, see, I wrote here from my mother to me. I think somewhere around 2018 or thereabout. Yes, I think about 2018. I got this um journal as a gift. And then in 2018, I think I I went somewhere with my father, who also doubles as my mentor, right? The person of Reverend Craig went to Abuja, right? We had a meeting. So I was sitting with him and Pastor Rena, and they were discussing, right? That should be, no, not 2018. I graduated from the university in 2016. I think this should be before my graduation. This should be before my graduation. And so they were talking, they were having a conversation, and I was privileged to be there. And whilst they were talking, it was something centered around youths and all of that. And then Pastor Rena just in his conversation mentioned, he was saying something, and then he said, I don't know why people would just choose to do after when they can do while. Do you understand? And when I left that place, when we got back to Benin, that line stuck in my head. Why do after when you can do while? Right? And so, as my journey into growth and personal development began, by the time I'd finished my university, and then in 2018, when I had the release to be out there, right? That was when I did our first conference, our very first conference, Benin Renaissance, where we brought Emeka Nobis to Benin City in 2018. I don't know, right? So after that conference, I began to write. I was writing down a lot of things that I think I want us to do and all of that. In 2018, we first had beyond the school, beyond the classroom projects, right? The beyond the classroom project was for students um in the college, right? Secondary school students. What was our focus then in 2018? It was about helping them to understand stuff beyond the classroom, just like the name was. It was beyond the classroom. It was a place where we're having events where we help young persons. Sorry, guys, a minute. Oh, okay. I'm getting a feedback that the video is not showing. Can you guys see me, please? Can you guys see me? Those of you in the chat, can you just let me know if you can see me? Just put in the chat room if my video is up, if you can see me. Just let me know, please. Um, I need response so I can. Oh, yes, we can. Okay, I'm sure it's network from the person's end. Thank you so much, guys. So back to what I was saying. So it was a conference that was beyond the classroom. So for that conference, we weren't doing anything about read. No, it was strictly a psychological and an emotional um, awareness session for children in secondary school. And whilst we did that in 2018, you will be shocked at what we uncovered. There was a school we went to, my coaches literally broke down. Had a team of over 10 coaches, right? Medical personnel, entrepreneurs, and all of that because of what the project was about. A school we went to, all of my coaches broke down because of what they uncovered. And so at 2019, I put a hold to that conference. Why did I put a hold to it? I wanted to be able to measure growth. I wanted to be able to measure the progress we were making. Remember, this was just about passion, something I was excited about. I just realized that this is what I wanted to do. This is what I was called to do. This is just me doing me, right? And so I wasn't so concerned about all the record, the testimonial. When people send me feedback, when people tell me, I remember then somebody said to me, your sessions are respiratory sessions. This is what we're paying about 15,000 naira for, right? I would just do what I wanted to do. I was just excited doing what I want to do and all of that, right? So I put a hold to that conference. And then it just turned out that last year, while I was with my team, where we officially now opened our organization, the African Youth Resource Development and Mentoring Hub, which used to be the Esoe Ideen brand, right? By the time we officially launched, I was saying to them last year after we did the AI Skill Sprint conference, right, that we need to do something around education. And while I was talking with my team, I'd given them that name that was in my mind years ago, while do after when we can do while. The team decided to check around and then they named it again, Beyond Schooling Conference. I'm like, oh wow, we cannot escape this beyond schooling thing. Do you understand? Now, why am I so excited and passionate about this? Like I said, my name is who I am, Esoe Ideen. What do? I help organizations. I'm an organizational development expert. By that, I help organizations, right, optimize the performance of their staff to be able to hit the organization's objective, and then help them do restructuring, build systems and structure around what they do to be able to optimize the performance of their staff, right? And ensure there's an enabling environment that allows for staff productivity. When I am not doing that, I wear my hat as a psychotherapist where I help people who've been through emotional and psychological wound. I help them heal. I help them to own their story and teach them how to use that story for impact, influence, and income, right? And then I also double up as a business skill trainer who has consulted and trained for several international organizations. And then I also am a soft skill development trainer. This is what I've been doing in the human capital development space. As a soft skill trainer, I am and have trained for organizations such as Jobberman, currently training for Tonga, currently training for Poise Nigerian Limited. I'm doing trainings for young people across Africa, having trainings for people in Uganda and all of that, right? And one thing I'm seeing, especially in the Nigeria audience, now, what really pushed me for this conference is when I now when I'm wearing my hat of a human resource personnel, where I help organizations recruit talents, right? I come across a whole lot of young people who have graduated, but yet cannot even put in a simple application. And it's annoying, it's funny, right? You're wondering, so what did they now learn in school? The 4 years, the 6 years in university, what did they do? I'm excited to let you know that our first speaker is already in the studio. She's going to be coming up any moment from now. Ruth Agwulobi is already in the studio. So I'm just going to quickly wrap this up. She's here already, right? So I'm wondering, what exactly did they learn in school? And then I'm having this conversation. Yes, I'm doing something for Career Kickstart where we train fresh graduates to help them to become market ready. But then even in the training, you see the attitude they bring to the training. And then you just realize like, wow, a lot needs to be done. Something needs to be done beyond the classroom, beyond what is taught in the university. Looking at the Bureau de Change statistics for Nigeria, most people say there is the problem of um, unemployment. So the graduates are going to say there's a problem of unemployment. The employers are saying that there is a problem of unemployability, which means that there are jobs, but we do not have qualified candidates to take up those roles. So somehow you see that it keeps rotating and keeps rolling. Certain people are being poached from one organization to the other. Organizations are reaching out to people who they see to have the skills and begging them and offering high pay to say, you know what, leave your organization, come and join us here. Meanwhile, there are a couple of young people who are looking for job. Then how do we bridge this gap? That's what this conference is all about. How do we bridge this gap? Is it that there is something that young persons can do while in universities that they do not realize that they can do? Is it okay to just get to university and bury your head inside book alone and say, you know what, it is me and book? I did that while I was in school. So if I have the time, whilst our speakers are speaking, I'm going to share with you the mistake I made while I was in university. I wanted to come out with a first class. I wanted to be the best graduate student. So I had my head buried in books all through school. I did not get engaged with any other thing. And I know that a couple of young persons also find themselves in that place. So this conference is simply to help you as a student, right? To be able to maximize your time, to be able to build careers, build your professional network, right? Begin to garner the required skills while you are still in the university. That is why the lineup of speakers for this event are people who have lived that life. By the time you hear their bio and hear their story, are people who have lived their life, that life, right? And so this is what this conference is about. It's about helping you as a young person know how to already position yourself to be a sought after in the labor market whilst you are even still a student. If you do not want to get into the labor market, the conference is here to also help you know how to position yourself and begin to build your business while you are still a student. And this is not to say because you're building your business or whatever, now graduate with low grades. No, it's teaching you how you can do them both together. I'm sorry to say this. The Nigerian academic system, right? The curriculum that is used in school, to a large extent, is not helping matters, right? While we're saying we're pushing for a complete overhauling of the academic curriculum that is updated, right? Students are taught things that they cannot apply in the real world. They don't even know how to apply it. It doesn't even relate to the reality of the current demand of the labor markets. That gap, right, between your school, the practicability of applying what you've learned in the real world, is what this conference is here to bridge. And I want to implore you, right? While this conference is entirely free, it is free, but it's costing somebody something. That means that you're getting it for free, but somebody else is bearing the cost. We want to employ you to take advantage of this program, right? You want to take advantage of this program. After this program, the community remains, and we're going to continue and have an after school series. The speakers for the next 4 weeks, we have already reached out to them, right? So you want to stay in the community of like-mindedness, where you can grow, right, in whatever aspects you want to, whether it's in career, whether it's in job. Maybe on the third day, I probably would just tell you a little bit of the things I do and some of the things I do at the moment, just to encourage somebody and let you know that even if for those of you who already graduated, maybe you were like me that had your head buried in school, there is a way you can still go around this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting so much time, we're going to be bringing up Ruth Agwulobi. The moderator will do that. But before she comes up, let me just give you a background to what happened when I was reaching out to Ruth as a speaker for this event. Now, I've known Ruth for quite a while. Yes. I think over 5 years or thereabouts, right? While she was still in school here. We've met in several conferences. I'm like, who is this young lady that is just everywhere? She's a student, a nursing student. You know how demanding it can be. And this girl is holding positions both in Nigeria and outside. I'm like, how is she doing it? Right? How is she doing it? And guess what? She didn't have a carryover. So while we're thinking about the speakers, yeah, I know we'd love to see several big names, but when I put up conferences, for me, it's about the impacts. It's about the impact. And for impact, it's about bringing people who can relate with the audience right where they are and give them practical, proven steps, not some goggled information. So when I reached out to Ruth and sent her a topic, Ruth said to me, you are telling me to come and talk about my life. And for me, that was it, to know that I got it right in having her as a choice of speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not heavy, your virtual hands, if they are not heavy, right, I want you to, welcome Ruth already. Yeah, a nursing student here, of course, you're going to see somebody you can connect with. And please feel free to connect with these people. If you can't build a connection with them to even have them as your mentor or as your coach, why not? By all means, go ahead. That's the essence of this program, right? So while the moderator will be bringing her up, I want you to already begin to make the house feel welcome. But let me see the energies in the room. How excited are you about this program? Day one, how excited are you? What do you want to learn? Have an open mind. What do you want to learn from the speaker? Right? Let me see in the chat room. What do you want to learn? What are you looking forward to learning? And please feel free to jot down, put down points that are striking to you. Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to have you guys here for day one. We already have over 30-something people watching live. For me, this is just amazing. And I wouldn't forget to recognize the fact that this program is international, because we have somebody from another country, from Cameroon, in the room with us. So I want to specially welcome you. I think, Per, it's so good to have you here in the room. And by tomorrow, we're hoping to have more persons from your place in this conference. So thank you so much, Daniel. And by the way, Daniel is the project manager for this conference. Yes. So thank you so much, Daniel, for having me. Let's roll and grow together. Thank you, guys.
That was an amazing introduction from our convener. She has said so much about our speaker that is coming up next, so I wouldn't bore us with so much story. We'll just play her bio, and immediately after the bio, we'll have her come up and begin to dish out all that she has for us tonight. Please make sure you don't leave this studio. Make sure you don't leave this live stream. Get your writing materials. If you've not gotten it already, make sure you just run along to get it right now, because I promise you will be jotting down a lot of things. And also, please feel free to use the comments, the live chat, to give us anything that stands out for you. Whatever stands out for you as our speaker is speaking, just type it out in the live chat and we'll make sure to highlight it so every other person can see it. So without much ado, we'll be playing the bio right now, and our speaker is going to come up immediately.
Ruth Agwulobi stands out as a distinguished leader within the public, private, and development landscape. With over 6 years of experience, she has cultivated a track record of driving positive change through strategic thinking and innovative solutions. She's a staunch advocate for the power of partnerships, strategic innovation, and policy advocacy. She has a strong competence in project management, fundraising, advanced negotiation, building, and managing key stakeholders. With a background in nursing, Ruth holds 4 degrees from the prestigious University of Benin and has further enriched her expertise with an international graduate certificate in monitoring and evaluation in global health from the University of Washington. As a seasoned public health specialist, she's deeply passionate about enhancing health outcomes in underserved communities and regions worldwide. Her extensive experience in the development context has been pivotal in strengthening health systems, improving delivery and efficient management, particularly through the strategic utilization of data in health planning, implementation, and monitoring and evaluation of global health programs and policies. During her time as an undergraduate nursing student, Ruth held influential leadership roles across Nigeria, Africa, and Europe, leaving a meaningful impact on advocacy and youth-led engagement. She also spearheaded breakthrough initiatives as the president of ISEC in Benin, the maiden edition of the Edo Tech Conference as the volunteer lead and assistant partnership lead, served as the Joberman lead facilitator in Edo State, and a project lead for Global Shapers Benin City, an initiative of the World Economic Forum. Ruth played an important role in the successful operationalization of the John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy. Her contributions led to the training and upskilling of over 5,000 civil and public servants, the enactment of the John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy law, and the Grand John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy launch. The Academy optimized human capital development, fostered good governance, and positioned Edo State as a leading subnational champion for strengthening public service institutions in Africa. She also concurrently held dual roles of executive assistant to the esteemed Precious Imuwahe Ajoni and the marketing partnership lead at John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy, facilitating strategic partnerships with renowned international organizations such as Cisco, HP, Nextford, Pepsi, and UNICEF, among others, to advance the agency's mission. One of Ruth's core passions is breaking barriers and providing equal opportunities for women and girls in education, healthcare, and leadership. Her unwavering dedication gave birth to the initiative Achieve Her, whose mission revolves around building legacies one woman at a time. Achieve Her serves as a thriving digital community that connects and uplifts women and girls by providing opportunities and resources, enabling them to lead fulfilling lives and leave a lasting legacy. Ruth Agwulobi stands out as a distinguished leader within the public, private, and development landscape. With over 6 years of experience, she has cultivated a track record of driving positive change through strategic thinking and innovative solutions. She is a staunch advocate for the power of partnerships, strategic innovation, and policy advocacy. She has a strong competence in project management, fundraising, advanced negotiation, building, and managing key stakeholders. With a background in nursing, Ruth holds 4 degrees from the prestigious University of Benin and has further enriched her expertise with an international graduate certificate in monitoring and evaluation in global health from the University of Washington. As a seasoned public health specialist, she's deeply passionate about enhancing health outcomes in underserved communities and regions worldwide. Her extensive experience in the development context has been pivotal in strengthening health systems, improving delivery, and efficient management, particularly through the strategic utilization of data in health planning, implementation, and the monitoring and evaluation of global health programs and policies. During her time as an undergraduate nursing student, Ruth held influential leadership roles across Nigeria, Africa, and Europe, leaving a meaningful impact on advocacy and youth-led engagement. She also spearheaded breakthrough initiatives as the president of ISEC in Benin, the maiden edition of the Edo Tech Conference as the volunteer lead and assistant partnership lead, served as the Joberman lead facilitator in Edo State, and a project lead for Global Shapers Benin City, an initiative of the World Economic Forum. Ruth played an important role in the successful operationalization of the John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy. Her contributions led to the training and upskilling of over 5,000 civil and public servants, the enactment of the John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy law, and the Grand John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy launch. The Academy optimized human capital development, fostered good governance, and positioned Edo State as the leading subnational champion for strengthening public service institutions in Africa. She also concurrently held dual roles of executive assistant to the esteemed Precious Imuwahe Ajoni and the marketing partnership lead at John Odige Onyegu Public Service Academy, facilitating strategic partnerships with renowned international organizations such as Cisco, HP, Nextford, Pepsi, and UNICEF, among others, to advance the agency's mission. One of Ruth's core passions is breaking barriers and providing equal opportunities for women and girls in education, healthcare, and leadership. Her unwavering dedication gave birth to the initiative Achieve Her, whose mission revolves around building legacies one woman at a time. Achieve Her serves as a thriving digital community that connects and uplifts women and girls by providing opportunities and resources, enabling them to lead fulfilling lives and leave a lasting legacy.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Please, the moderator should confirm they can hear me, please. Hello, please confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you, ma. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everybody. My name is Ruth Agwulobi, and it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to join the house here. I don't know if the moderator has something to say before I go ahead with my session.
Please go ahead, ma. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So before I start, I would like to feel the pulse of the room. I would like everybody to probably chime in an emoji. How excited are you? Okay. Someone just said you can hear me. Okay. Hope there is no lag. Everybody can hear me per time. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Yetunde. Thank you, everybody. So I need to feel the pulse of the room on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you feel? How excited are you about this session? Because for me, I am so excited. I am super excited because I was saying on my status some minutes back that I can't wait to actually unravel my experience and my stories, and also my secret sauce. So after the stories and experience, at the end there is a secret sauce. Please make sure your internet, and in quotes, our village people, doesn't affect you to miss out on that secret sauce. So please, I need to see how excited you are. Daniel, I can see your excitement. Oh my God. Mabel says it's like a million. Thank you, love, for the love emojis. Thank you so much. I need to see more emojis. Tiola, oh my God, Tiola Monday. Thank you so much. Tiola is my colleague, everybody, and she's here to support me. She's an amazing person. I work with Tiola. Tiola is an amazing comms officer at an organization where I work. So please, you guys should send love emojis to Tiola. Thank you for the support, Tiola, and thank you so much, everybody. Elijah, I see you. Thank you. So I have just a designated amount of time, and I want everybody's rap attention. Temitayo, I can see all the love emojis. I actually take all of them. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Thank you, everybody. Emmanuel, Eliojo, thank you. So there is an extra 0.5 on top. Thank you. I can see all of that. So we are going to the conversation. But before we start, I have a story to tell you. So there was an allergy. I think I've introduced myself. Is there any need to introduce myself? I am Ruth, and all that the bio say is what I am. Currently, I live in the city of Abuja, and I am a public health expert. But I have a background in nursing. I'm a nurse, I'm a midwife, and also a public health nurse as well. So I'm excited to be here. I am just going to start and go into my session. But before I go into my session, I'm going to tell you a story. So there is this allergy. So someone just said, yeah, I've come with my two big notebooks. Yes, please jot things down, as many things as possible. Okay, there is this allergy that has some sort of a mentor. I think he's a mentor. The boy always, when he's going home, he greets the allergy and say, "Oh, allergy, what?" So in Hausa you say in Akwana allergy, or in Naoni it means, in Akwana means good morning allergy, or in Aoni means good afternoon, and the allergy always responds when he comes back from school. Sometimes he goes sees the allergy and assists as much as possible, and then one of these days he was done and the allergy was like, "Oh, you're done with school. Oh, that's amazing, that's nice. Okay, take this number, go to this company." I wouldn't want to mention the name of the company, and trust me, this story is it's a true life story. Go to XX company and tell them that so there was a funny thing that the allergy did. What he did was he wrote his name on a cigarette paper, and then he gave it to the boy to go to the company. And then the boy went to the company and then gave it to the HR head of the company. And then the HR head of the company saw that cigarette paper and remember who the person is. And then the boy forgot to give a feedback to the allergy. And the allergy, one of the days that the boy greeted the allergy, was like, all these young people that that they would do favor for and they would not come back to say thank you. And the boy was like, allergy, I'm so sorry. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The HR officer said there is no space in the company, that when there is an opportunity in the company, that he would let the boy know. He will call the boy, that the boy should, that they took his number. So the allergy said, who is that person? Who is that HR officer? And then he collected the number of the HR officer and then called. And he said, hello, who is this? He said, I'm the HR officer. He said, do you know who is speaking? He said, yes, sir. Allergy, sir, we are sorry, sir. There is no role that is available for the boy right now. He said, okay. If I remove you from the role, would there be a place that is available for this boy? If I call XXX person, the person is actually the owner of the general owner of the company, would there be space? He said, Alaji, there is space right now. The boy should start coming. So what I'm trying to say here is the power of mentorship, the power of having someone that you can climb on their shoulders. So the HR officer was actually scared to lose his job, and then he was able to respond very fast to the allergy's request, and the boy got a job in that company, very high renowned company. So that was on a lighter note. Let's move on to the topic of today. So the topic of today is actually beyond grades, the essential skills to master before graduation. When you hear about beyond grades, what comes to your mind? Oh, they want me to fail. No, that's not it. So I'm going to start again with the story of my life. SOS as mentioned, and this is me actually appreciating SOS for this opportunity to actually talk to young people, because this is something I enjoy doing. It's always exciting for me to be in the midst of young people as myself, to share my story, to inspire them to become better, to inspire them to dream bigger and even better. I've seen the essence of storytelling especially as regards mentors. And it has helped me over time. And that's why I'm appreciating SOI for the privilege to be here, because if it's just one person that I'm able to talk to convince today that your success lies beyond your grades. There is nothing you can tell me. Your success lies beyond your grades. Your grades are important. To go to school is important. Please don't get me wrong. But you need to actually master some life skills before you leave school. I'm going to start with my story. There was a time when I believed that success was something you need to achieve after school. I thought it was something that came with a degree, a good job, and recognition from society. So, but my journey taught me that it's actually beyond all of that. That success doesn't wait for graduation. So I actually found that success actually lies on when you're still learning, when you're still growing. It's actually shaped by the decision you make today, not waiting for tomorrow. Okay. So when I started university, I was very, very introverted. I was all withdrawn to myself. And that was actually from everybody that knows me from school, they know that I had a very strong Orthodox Christian background. So that sort of shaped how introverted I was. I was always withdrawn to myself. I was always by myself. I didn't have the confidence. I wasn't the type to like raise my hands in class or volunteer for a leadership position. No, I was stuck with my books. I was a first class student. I will tell you that. I have my classmate that could attest to that. I was a first class student in my 100 level, and even in my, I think, first semester 200 level. I was a first class student. I was stuck to my books. I felt really safe with my books. I felt, oh, my grades were paramount reasons why I was in school, because that was what my parents always told me. For a first generation graduate, which I'm proud to be, my parents weren't graduate. My parents are not graduates, but they, when you are a first generation graduate from a family, you would always want to put yourself out there. You would always want to be the best of everything that you put your hands to. So my parents would always tell me that it's necessary for you to be the best in your academics, because we didn't go to school, so we're affording you the opportunities to be the best of what you can be. And that was what I was. Right from my, I think if I can remember, right from my primary one, third term, I was an A student. I was taking first up until my uni 200 level first semester, if I can remember clearly. My first second semester 200 level, I came to a realization. I was just having a deep reflection one evening, and I was like, Ruth, education is not all about the four walls of the university, right? You know that I knew I just had the feeling. I was like, somewhere deep down, there was more to learn outside the four walls of the classroom. I realized that if I only focused on my grades, that I will miss out on something very, very important, which is developing myself, developing my skills that will help me to navigate through life. Because being introvert, I'm not saying being introverted is a bad thing. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, for the life I wanted for myself, I knew being introverted was something that I needed to succumb. I beg your pardon. I needed to overcome. I needed to work on myself to become better. I needed to improve on my self-confidence. I needed to improve on my charisma. I needed to improve on how I face people, public speaking and all of that. So I made a decision. I told myself that I'm going to join organizations, and I started with ISEC. I'm going to join organizations in campus. I made calls to my friend and I said, please, I want to join. I saw this organization on your timeline. She was studying at Cotonou. She was a law student in Cotonou. I always see her status and I was like, I see your status about ISEC. What's this ISEC about? And then she said, okay, this is it, but you can browse online and see. And that was the first time I browsed online and read about ISEC. And that was where I had a 360 turnaround. Someone gave me some cash, some money, and it was a gift. And then she was like, oh, there's a conference that's even coming up. You can learn so much from that conference, and you meet young people like you that are doing amazing stuff. I was like, and you have to go to Abeokuta. I was like, as at then, the only places I've traveled in my life was Benin, which was school, Delta, which was home, and probably Imo State, which was my hometown, which was, I think, around once or twice. That was when I traveled. Abeokuta. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my family. I took that money. I registered for the conference. I didn't have money to come back, but I had money to go. I went for that conference. And for every plenary session they had in that conference, I came back with a headache. Why? Because I couldn't comprehend all of the things that young minds were comprehending at that point. And on the last day, my roommate, because they usually pair us in rooms, my roommate was just sharing her experience and I was crying. Why was I crying? They were asking why I was crying. I said it was too late for me. She was the same age as myself and she had traveled to almost 3-4 countries. And on those trips, she went on fully funded scholarships and she was talking to presidents of countries already. And I was asking myself, okay, I see the reason why whatever was going on in my mind actually came up, because I saw the reason why it was more than grades. I saw the reason why I needed to go beyond the classroom. So I made a decision that changed everything. Like I said, I joined ISEC. ISEC opened my eyes. I was able to travel to currently almost all the states. I think not almost. I think all the states in the south and all the states in the west, major states in the north. I've been able to travel to all of those states because of ISEC. I was able to hold international position. I was the leader in ISEC. Oh my God, bye ma. My boss is just leaving, so I'm still in the office. So yeah, so I was able to hold international position. Like I was the leader of a product in Estonia. I was able to do a lot of work with people because of my experience in ISEC. I also joined other international organizations. Another thing that also changed the whole story was by the time I reached 400 level, guys, guess what? I found myself in a place that I could never have placed myself or imagined. I was working in the government house already. I was working with Edo Jobs. I was working on some projects with Madam Oki. And then I was working with the Edo Innovation Hub, as well as some other volunteering opportunities, which I did. I'm going to talk about later in the course of our conversation. I was volunteering, I was interning, I was doing a lot of things already. I was already in rooms where decisions were made. Literally in my 400 level, I was already contributing. I was learning to navigate the professional world already, how to carry myself with confidence, how to ask the right questions. I was already doing all of those in my 400 level. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. There was a time they knew me that I was always not in class, which is not the best. I'm not saying it's the best, but sometimes you have to learn to balance and prioritize. So yes, it did affect my grades, but not so bad that I fell back. No, I fell from a first class to a 2-1, but I was grateful that I did not lose out on the opportunity of getting the skills, the life skill that I got. I realized that the time that everything I was doing, every skill I was developing was preparing me for after school. By the time I graduated, I wasn't standing at the starting line. I wasn't just starting out life unsure of. I wasn't the kind of person that I was unsure of my next move. No, I was already grounded. I was already focused and ready to face life. Because while I was in school, I had started developing myself. Like I said, I started in 200 level, which I was already crying that I was late because I according to my friend, She started while she was in secondary school, started developing herself while she was in secondary school. She was already interning with global organizations like Goldman Sachs in London. I had roommates like that in ISEC, and I was like, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? And as I was saying, by the time I graduated, I wasn't starting from this. I wasn't standing at the starting line. I was already steps ahead. And when I was in 500 level, that was when I organized the ISEC week in school, which is currently called the Brand Week, that ISEC does in university, in the University of Benin. So it's called the Brand Week, and there was an event called the Career Fair, which I invited Precious Imoa here, and fortunately for me, she was already in Benin that period, and then she came for the event. She was so excited to be in the event. I think that was where I also brought these COO of Piggyverse, that's Josh. I also brought really amazing people. I think Dr. Mr. Alex, which is going to be one of our speakers in this conference, was part of that event. So I brought in amazing people, and the event was good. At the end of the event, I reached out to Precious and told her that I am open and willing to volunteer with her and work with her for free, pro bono. And then she was like, okay, no problem. Just keep in touch. And then I kept in touch. I didn't let her go. I was always at her DM. And then she reached out to me one day and said, can you be my executive assistant? I said, yes, ma. Of course, ma. Bring your CV. Then I was in 500 level. I was writing all my professional exams. If anybody's in nursing here, they would know how hard it is to be in 500 level, where you're writing professional exams. I was writing three professional exams at a go. That period I was drained to my bones. And at the end of the day, I got the role with her. I started with her. From there, I grew. I actually learned so fast and grew that I was already drafting the programs and drafting partnerships. That was where I grew my partnership skill. Yes, my partnership skill started in ISEC, but I developed and grew more experience when I was working at John Oyegun Public Service Center. I think that was where I also still got quite close with Esoe, the convener of this event. So it was really amazing working at John Odige Public Service Academy with her. I learned a lot from her. She's actually my mentor. She has trained me and groomed me in so many ways. And that's why I'm standing here today, sharing this with you, because I want you to know that the world doesn't start when you get a degree. It's already happening. The world actually is right now. You must have gone out to school, you must have finished school, you must have just entered into school, got your admission, or you are in your sophomore year, or you are in your penultimate year, or you are in your final year. The choices you make now, today, whether it's joining an organization, a club, or a volunteering, or starting an internship, all of those things would actually shape the person that you will become tomorrow. It's easy to think that, oh, I'll figure it out when I graduate. I have my family to help me with that. But wait, why do you have to wait after when you can do well? And that was why when Esoe reached out to me and was like, Ruth, I need you to be. I cried when she gave me the topic because it so resonated with me. Cried, I don't mean like literal tears. I was so emotional, like it warmed my heart. Because exactly the topic resonated so well with me, because all of my experiences, all of my story about what has groomed me and formed me into what I am today. I'm currently working with an international development organization. I have seen myself doing that since my 300, 400 level. I saw myself working with an international organization. So I was preparing myself perpetually in that line. All the courses I was taking, all the leadership position I was taking, all the internship, all the volunteering opportunities, everything was intentional in that line. So I ask you the question again. Well, why wait? Why do you want to do after when you can do while? Your future self is being built from today. In the conversations you have, in the challenges you face, in the risks that you take on, the opportunities you create for yourself. There is a saying that says success is not a destination, it's actually a journey. And that journey starts from now. Don't beat yourself that, oh, I don't have time, I just finished school. I just finished. I just got out from school. I'm confused. Don't beat yourself. You can actually start now because you have the time. Something valuable that we all have in this life, in this world, is time. So far, there is still air coming out from your nostrils. You still have time. The owner of KFC started KFC, discovered the recipe for KFC when he was, I think, 69 or so. If I'm correct, I think 69. So there is something that is equal to humanity, and that is time. Delayed, like they said, is not denial. You have not started doesn't mean you can't start now. So before we move on to the lessons because I'm going to share most of my lessons, I'm going to be taking from my life story that I just narrated to you guys. I want you to leave. I want you to, if there is anything you want to take from this conversation, I want you to leave with this. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Go out and make it happen. Don't wait for life to happen to you at all. Go out and make it happen. Take the risks. Push yourself beyond the comfort zone. I pushed myself so hard. I was schooling, I was interning, I was volunteering from my 300 level. Sometimes I was almost denying to write exams because I couldn't meet up with the expectation of attending classes, which I don't encourage. If you can find a way to create a balance, please create a balance. Take the risks, push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And remember that the most valuable lesson often come from experiences outside the classroom. There are some experiences that you cannot get from the four walls of the classroom. And one day you look back, like the way I'm looking back, you look back and realize that while others were waiting for life to begin, you're already living in it. I was already living in the life that I wanted for myself. When we had the launch of the John Odige Oyegun Public Service Academy, I was the one that led the tour of the booth, of the different booths of all our partners. With the governor, I was leading the tour with the governor and all of that. I started working with governors and commissioners, having conversations with head of international development organizations like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, like the Cisco, like Ford Foundation, while I was even still in school. So like I said, if there is nothing you want to take from this conversation, don't wait for life to happen to you. Go out and make it happen. Take the risks. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone. So I will just wrap up with the lessons from my story. And we're still on the conversation about mastering essential skills before your graduation. And some of the lessons were, number one, I came to a self-realization. I was self-aware. I looked at myself and say, oh, Ruth, your life cannot end like this. You cannot live just a straight life like that. What they call it, I think they call it a triangle life. Homeschool church, homeschool church, homeschool church. I was just like that. I'm not saying going to school and going to church is not good. All I'm saying is sometimes it's just good to think outside the box and say, what else can I do with my life? Do you understand? For me, I've always hated routine. I think that's why I'm not even practicing nursing, clinical nursing. I beg your pardon, because I'm currently practicing as a public health specialist. Because I don't really like routine. So I was bored. I was just tired of the boredom of just class, probably market, and then back to the house, and then church. I was bored of that. And then I took an initiative. I said, I need to come out of this triangle or circle or whatever it's called. And one thing you need to know is that growth doesn't happen to you when you are in your comfort zone. I said I was introverted. I knew that introversion, it's going to make me probably not get out of my comfort zone. So I took the initiative. I looked for an organization. So one lesson you can learn from that taking of initiative that I did was go join an organization, go join a community. Even whilst I am still working with this development organization, I'm in a community, a young people community in Abuja here. It's called the Global Shapers. I'm a member of YALI. I'm a member of Global Shapers. And the last engagement Global Shapers in Abuja had was a meeting with Osibanjo. Imagine that level of networking. Join a community, come out of your comfort zone, join a community that develops you, a community that connects you to to like-minded young individuals like yourself, and a community that would help you and spiral you from level A to level B. Then the next thing I need you to, it's like a follow-up from this conversation, is to build communication and networking skill. This is very important. This is the core. This is one of the core of everything that I will be saying today. Sitting at tables with commissioner, permanent secretary, the governor taught me that being able to communicate effectively is not just important as knowledge, but relationship opens door. If I go to Edo State today, I don't think I'll be able to stay outside. I'll have a house where I can stay. I'll have people I can call. If I need anything at any level of government today in Edo State, I know who to call. Even as it stands right now at the federal level, if I need anything, I know who to call. These are the power of networking and relationship. And that is what has built my connection in terms of the current role that I do, partnership management, stakeholder mobilization, and stakeholder and stakeholder relationship. All of those things, all of those skills I built when I was in school. I practice public speaking. Sometimes I stand in front of the mirror. I'd look into my own eyes and start talking to myself. Public speaking today didn't start today. I was in organizations where I do training in ISEC. ISEC, I keep saying ISEC because ISEC is one of the organizations, not one. It's the organization that built me to be who I am today. Because we had conferences where young people are creating their presentation slides, they are participating in group discussions, they're having debates, we're having conversations, we're attending high-level events through ISEC. Connecting with people and mentors that inspired us was through ISEC. So one thing I need to leave you with is build communication and networking skills. And while you're building it, ensure that you are maintaining this relationship. And how do you maintain this relationship? By volunteering for these people. At the first initial stage of my life, I don't think I was taking money. All of the work I was doing was pro bono. I wasn't looking at the hands of anybody to get money. All of the things I did to keep the relationship of the people that I have in my life today is to support them in terms of value. Value is the exchange of value. For you to be valuable to me, for Esoe to be valuable to me, is me giving her value. And for me to be valuable to Esoe is me giving Esoe value. what is in your hand. And whatever is in your hand is what you can give to somebody. If there is nothing in your hand, you can't give anything to anybody. So it makes sense that while you are in school, you have something in your hands. Aside your grades, of course, you have something in your hands. Your paper, your degree is important, but you need necessary skills. Skills like networking skills, communication skills, life skills such as tech skills, such as relationship building skills, business development skills, project management skills, program management skills. Like the young man that is anchoring all of this, you think, you don't need to know you don't want to know the kind of thought processes, the back end work that has gone into ensuring that these events make sense. And this is him putting himself out there. And if I've already started thinking in my head that, oh, if I have a project that needs to be handled virtually, I probably might reach out to a software and probably get his number. Because to be honest, this is excellence. Excellence is written all over the coordination of this event. And I love it. Kudos to the moderator and the project manager on this. Trust me to always reach out if I have anything coming up around managing virtual events. So another thing, moving on, is you need to develop emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Like I said, I knew myself. I knew that I needed to develop myself. I knew that I needed to grow myself. So you need to reflect and ask yourself that, am I learning? What am I learning? And how am I using these learnings? All right. Because of our time, I would quickly run through the remaining parts of this conversation. So you need to master your time management and prioritization. For this, I would not give it to myself because balancing schoolwork and extracurricular activities was a lot. I had to do a lot of prioritization. One thing I would have done was to take on people that want to learn and then bring them under my wings and then delegate responsibilities to them. That's something that I did not do, but now I'm learning to do, which I'm going to reach out to SLI and ask if there are people that want to learn some skills. I could have them come on and then also give them opportunities to grow and to fly as well. So there are tools you can use that are available that you can use, like the planner tools, the digital calendars. There's so many tools you can use. I use Jira, or you can use Asana. To plan your projects and all of. Please confirm you can hear me, the moderator.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
You can hear me. Please, for how many minutes did you lose me? So I can know where I'm taking this from. I'm mapping
Just
up
about
anyways.
a minute.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So, like I said, all of what I've been saying, it's not easy at all. It's quite hard. But what can make it very easy is when you can have mentors and support systems and coaches. I have a lot of coaches and very few mentors. A lot of coaches for different aspects of my life. I have coaches, I have life coaches, I have career coaches, I have professional coaches. It's better to learn. Our journey, they say, is not like a solo effort. Your journey is not a solo effort. It's not meant to be a solo effort at all. I've learned from mentors. I've learned across the spectrum. Growing up, I've learned from mentors. I have high-level mentors across board. Country directors of different organizations are my friends and are my mentors. And some of them are my coaches. I've learned from mentors across board. Going up, I've learned from mentors. Horizontally, from my peers, I've learned a lot from them. I don't even joke with that. Learning from young people and young mind, joining communities to learn. I don't joke with that. Across the spectrum, I have learned from my colleagues, as well as learning down the spectrum. You don't look down on anybody. Even a fish seller, you don't look down on anybody. Learn. So identify mentors, whether they are professors, industrial professionals, your older peers, or even younger peers around you. Surround yourself with people who can challenge you and support you. If I have anything that is bothering me right now in terms of work or life, I know who to call, and the person will guide me. If I need support on anything, I know who to call, and the person will guide me. And also knowing how to maintain this relationship in terms of giving value is very important. Give value back to these people so that they will know your importance in their life, and so that they can as well be important to you. My final thoughts, I think I've spent over an hour. Success doesn't wait for a degree. Success doesn't wait for a degree. It's happening in every decision you make today. Every single decision you make. Success is happening in those decisions. Again, success doesn't wait for a degree. Act now, not later. Now is the right time. Your growth and your success begins now. So you have to take action, join that organization, get a mentor, apply for internship, volunteer. If you are in school, volunteer. I don't even know how to stress this enough. You have to volunteer. Volunteer for as many organizations as possible. It gives you can volunteer for any organization starting out, and then later on, you can get a sense of direction and know what you are volunteering for. Then you have to be intentional later. Then embrace opportunity. Every opportunity you have, learn and grow. Don't wait for life to begin before graduation. Make the most of your present, because what you do while will determine who you are after. I'll take this again. Make the most of the present. Don't wait for life to begin when you after graduation. Make the most of your present, because what you do now and what you do while you are in school will determine who you are after. Please take note of that. I think those are my final thoughts. Act now, like I said before, not later. Act now, not later. So that will be all from me. I think I'll be taking questions. You can drop questions on the chat box. I know I talk with a lot of energy and expressions because this is something that is very, very dear to me. This is something that anytime I'm talking about it, I'm very passionate about it, because I know the enormous benefit I'm enjoying right now, to be honest. I know all the blessings I'm enjoying right now because I acted when I was in school. I am currently in rooms where the president is, where the vice president is. I'm currently in rooms where country directors, where people that work with the World Bank, people that work with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, people that work with the United Nations. I just got a call from one of my mentors this evening and say, Ruth, I can't even wait to hire you, because I have some of the people that are working with me, they're not as passionate as you are. Where did I get all of this life skill and passion from? Back when I was in school. Volunteering. So please, I beg you with everything you hold dear, to not wait, to act now, even after you're done with school. Anybody listening to me, it's not late while you're done with school. Even if you're done with service, even 3 years or 4 years after school, you've not gotten something, please be consistent, be intentional, and drive your focus. Don't give up. Keep driving your focus. Keep volunteering as much as possible. When I came into Abuja, I didn't know anybody. I just started volunteering. I volunteered for this organization, volunteered for that. It was as if I had no sense of direction. But now, all of those volunteering from the people I've met from those volunteering, that's what bettered the job that I currently have. That's what bettered the job that I'm currently doing. And my boss is like, Ruth, what drives you? You have a lot of energy. You have a lot of passion. You have a lot of what drives you? And I say, excellence, ma. Excellence is the core of what I do. For everything I do, I put a touch of excellence in it. And don't say people would not notice. People would notice. And they would anywhere. That's why I got a call this evening from one of my mentors that works in the United Nations. She said, Ruth, I miss your passion, I miss your energy. Please come to the UN house tomorrow and come and do this role. And I'm like, what if I didn't do well? What if I was folding my hands and looking at my grades? Oh, my grades are going down. Oh, my grades are going down. I wouldn't have been who I am today. I wouldn't be meeting the people that I'm meeting today. My boss would tell me, you walk into rooms that I cannot even walk into. You meet people that I have not even met. And I'm like, what gives me this grace? The grace started when I was in school. I was grooming myself. I was developing myself. While others were focusing on their grades and saying, oh, my grade has to be good. I have to have a first class. I was busy working on my life skills. So guys, I'm admonishing you, I'm begging you, I'm everything that you owe there, I'm using it to beg you. In the name of God, develop yourself. And of course, I am free for coaching, not mentorship. I am free to coach anybody, to support anybody in terms of conversation about your skills, about your life skills. I'm here to support as much people as possible. Yeah. Asoya, I can see you here.
Wow. Oh my God.
Okay.
I can't see you guys' energy in the chat room. See me, I don't know. You guys saw me with my phone just now. I was writing like, oh more. That's a whole lot. Let me see your energy. Let me see on a scale of 1 to 10.
Please,
let me see how much.
I need to see the energy. Did I talk to somebody? Please, if it's just one person I spoke to, I'm so satisfied.
Emmanuel says it's
somebody said it's a deliverance section.
Oh my God. Class as a deliverance session.
Oh my
and for
God.
me, that is confirmation that I made the right choice of speakers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you. You know, Ruth, I was talking with Daniel. So I was so excited when you say I want to reach out to him. Let me give you a little background to Daniel, so that some of you will understand. I can see some of you in the chat room saying, which organization do I volunteer for? How do I get a mentor? How do I volunteer? Some of the people you are supposed to volunteer with, they're in your classrooms, but you think that they're not rich. They are doing what you can't do, that you want to do. But your mind, they bring C finish because they follow you sit down for class as your classmates.
Yes.
You guys heard how when she said, somebody on my status that we're age mates was the person that sparked up the fire for this journey. So let me give you guys a little background to Daniel. Now, Daniel volunteered with us for the AI Skill Sprint conference that we did last year, when we just changed from the Idea brands to African Youth Resource Development and Mentoring Hub. Early this year, last year, I think we had that conference for October last year. Yes, around AI and personal development, the buzz. If there's AI, is there any need for me to still develop myself? So we had to trash that topic out. And so it was also a 3-day conference, just like this one. It was entirely free, right? We had Elijah Otto. If you know Elijah Otto, you know when it comes to prompting, AI,
I know.
machine learning, Elijah Otto is the person you want to reach out to. So when we finished that conference, what then happened was I already gave them the theme for this conference last year and said, you know what, you guys need to do it. Most of my volunteers are here. Most of the volunteers for these organizations are here, right? We don't do so much, right? But when we have to, they come out to do what they're supposed to do. So early this year, Ruth, I told Daniel that for the next project, you are going to be the project manager. The guy was shocked. He has never done it.
Wow.
He has never done it, right?
Wow.
And this program was supposed to hold for February, but he was so laid back, he didn't know how to go about it, and the program didn't hold. And the young man, I was pissed off, but the young man thought I was going to come and take the role from him. Now, this is what mentorship does for some of you. I mean, volunteering.
Yes.
Because if it was a paid role, I probably would not have the patience to run him through what he's supposed to do. And most of my volunteers here can tell you, I say to them, and I always tell them, see, you will do it whether you like it or not, because that's what I have to offer for volunteering. It's a training ground. Make all the mistakes.
That's the value.
That's the essence of volunteering. Make it here. Now, imagine Daniel now, Ruth, with all the room she can enter, already telling me when I want to have a virtual conference. I'm reaching out to this guy, screaming excellence. And I'm sure Daniel is looking at himself like, really? Is this me? So I reached out to them again. I said, you people will still do this conference, and I'm going to back out. My volunteers will tell you, I back out when it comes to decision making. I tell them what I want, and I allow them run with the decision. A lot of them are because
micromanagement, not to micromanage them.
Yes, they are shocked. Sometimes I tell them, tell me what you want me to do, and if I hold me like, my sir, you've not given me so and so thing to do so and so thing. I don't do that kind of leadership where you are doing mama. No, tell me, is there something you need me to do that I've not done? So Daniel was shocked. And then I told him, I said, listen, Daniel, I have counted the cost. I will not lose anything. Right? I'm sure some of you can hear me. Daniel, bring Ruth back to the studio. And so I told him, what's happening? She's not in the studio because she needs to take some questions while the second speaker is trying to join. He's having a bit of a network glitch. But if he's not able to join, I'm sure what Ruth has done today is just a whole lot for us. Maybe she has to take a call or something. Just guys, hold on. I'm going to continue with Daniel's story now. But let me reach out to her to know why she's not in the studio or what's happening. Oh, great. So our second speaker is already in the studio. Awesome. So let me just quickly finish with Daniel's story. So some of you would know what you're missing out. Please bring Daniel, bring her back to stage. So yes, Ruth, I was waiting for you. So I told him I counted the cost, right? What am I going to lose if this program doesn't happen for? I don't know if you can still hear me, Ruth. What do I lose?
Yes, I can hear you. I need to quickly charge off my laptop, so please, just a second.
That's fine. So I said to him, what do I lose if this program doesn't hold for April? I said, nothing. We're just going to lose time because I would have wanted us to do about 2 programs for this year, but it just means that we're going to end up doing 1. But you know what? You are going to do this program. You are going to manage this program. And I'm just going to be at your back and guide you when you need help. And this is him today. He has put up this program. And nobody is calling my name. I'm sure she didn't even realize that I was the project manager. We fought plenty battles. He didn't know how to go about it. He was open to learning. And so in your choice of a mentor and volunteering, ensure you're looking for somebody who is ready to put in the work and allow you grow. Do you guys understand? Ensure you're looking for somebody who is not concerned about me, I have to be at the front. Ensure this is a person who genuinely has concern for you to grow. Even with what she has seen, I still tell my people, my volunteers, that you know what, you guys are still playing. Because there's a whole lot that I need you guys to learn in the process. But because I still feel that you're not ready, we're not able to put all of that in yet. So that's just to let you guys know the importance of volunteering. Because I see lots of young graduates or people in school. You have a skill, For this conference, Ruth, we had over 90 something people who volunteered. But guess what? They
Wow.
practically were not active. And quite a number
Wow.
of them were not bringing in their skills. And you don't know what you're losing because this is your
Mhm.
training ground.
You don't know. You don't know.
Volunteering is your training ground. Let me tell you
Yeah.
guys, it's okay to know what you have, but it is more painful because you don't know what you are losing when you do not put in your best where you're supposed to put it in. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to speak in this event, right? One
Okay.
thing I'm going to yes, one thing I'm going to plead with Ruth for is Ruth just gave us a blank check and listen to me, I will use it. We know how to use it. She put it open to coaching a
Okay.
lot of people. And that would happen with the people in the community. I'm going to reach out to her. Like I said to you guys, this community is meant to be Beyond Schooling Conference is a program that would happen every year. It's a signature program for AfriDem, right? You have opportunity to volunteer, you have opportunity to do stuff. But we're going to reach out to Ruth and several other amazing persons who I'm already reaching out to that would always come on the community to train you guys, to reach out to you, to answer your questions. I know you guys have questions, but because our second speaker is already in the room, you're going to collate all your questions, put them in the community. I would reach out to Ruth and appeal to her if we can add that to the community one of these days, and she's going to be able to answer all of our
I
questions.
saw
But
it.
let's just quickly
I saw it. I just
let's
want you to look through the questions and just
yeah, pick
because
one.
of how busy I could get. Yes, I would join the community, but because of how busy I could get, I might not be able to go through all the questions. But I would
Yes.
really love if you could skim through the questions and look for just one very peculiar question we can just answer before the second speaker just comes up.
Yes.
Apologies to the second
No, it's fine. I was going
speaker,
to do that. So I would
please.
like you to talk on this one that says, how do I source for a mentor? How do I source for a mentor? The networking skill, I'm not going to ask that because a speaker is going to be
Oh,
dealing with that. It's a topic for a speaker already. Volunteering is in fact, that's what the second speaker is going
yeah.
to hammer on volunteering. So she's just going to talk to you within the next 2-3 minutes. How do you source for a mentor? Yes, over to you, Ruth.
Okay. So I was listening to a podcast from Vusi Temegwayo. I don't know if you know Vusi Esoya. I don't know if you know
Yes, of
Vusi.
course,
So
of course.
I met Vusi in 20. I met Vusi last year. I happened to volunteering again. I don't know if you've heard of Dr. Joaba. So Dr. Joaba was actually one of the consultants that helped to set up the John Odige Oyegu Public Service Academy.
Oh,
Their
okay.
consulting firm is called DAI. So it was an opportunity that was placed on my laps to meet this man in flesh and blood, someone that people crave to meet. And I'm meeting this person, working with him, relating with him as a co-worker, and then I started building my relationship with him. Well, anytime they come from Abuja to Benin, I offer help, I support them, I make them feel comfortable. And then when I moved to Abuja, he was my first point of call. I said, "Sir, I'm in Abuja. I don't have a role. I don't have anything." And then he said, "Okay, I'm having a speaking engagement. I think Covenant Nation usually have this 1st of October event called the Platform. Vusi
Yeah.
was speaking. Um, the current minister for technology, Bosun, was speaking. I think Molumba was speaking as well, and a couple of other amazing people were speaking. I look at the flyer. He didn't tell me. I looked at the flyer and I went to meet him. I said, "Sir, please, can I volunteer for you to be your chaperone or to be like an executive assistant for one day?" He was like, "Yes, yes, 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 sure." That was the first time that I had to volunteer, and someone said, "I'm going to sponsor your ticket." I volunteered, and he sponsored my ticket, my flight, my accommodation to Lagos for the event. I created his speech. I did everything, put everything together, and made up a very beautiful story for him. And that was how I got to know Vusi. Please follow the story. That was how I met Vusi. That's how I got to start listening to Vusi's podcast and all of that. as I'm just using this story to kill as many birds as possible. First of all, I found out he was doing an event. From that event, I asked him if he has created his speech. He said no. I did his speech for him. I created the slides for him for the speech. I had something in my hands. And what did I have in my hand? The life skills, which I learned while I was in school. And then I was able to meet Vusi. Vusi is a Pan-African orator that is in the entrepreneurship space, and he inspires most Africans. I met Vusi and I started listening to Vusi's podcast. And one of Vusi's podcasts says something. In life, there are mentors, there are coaches, and there are support system. It's called the MCS rule. There are mentors. For if you go through the historical meaning of mentor is actually from a very medieval story that talks about I think it's Hercules. When Hercules was going on a trip, he gave his son over to mentor to actually take care of his son. That was where the word mentor came from. I think the story, I'm missing it all, but that's where the story mentor came from. So mentor is actually, you have to have one mentor or two mentors. And mentors are in specific focal area of your life. But you can have as many coaches as possible. Those are actually coaches. So these are people that coaches you in different aspects of your life. Take, for instance, I have my professional coaches. I have coaches for career. I have coaches for this, coaches for that, coaches. I have a lot of coaches, and I have few mentors. Mentors are people that guide your life. Mentors might not put you in rooms, but mentors help you navigate through life. People that you want to model your life after, that when you see them, you see your life. Those are your mentors. While your coaches, I think the person is actually referring to a coach, not a mentor. For mentors, it's more of a spiritual connection. Spiritual now goes a long way. It could be the Christianity spiritual or whatever deity or the universe. There has to be an energy and connection with that person. And when you see that person, you know. It's just like, sorry for using this illustration, it's just like finding the right partner. When you see that person, there is that some sort of connection, and then you know that, and then you see this person as someone you want to model your life after. So please, mentors are different from coaches. Take note of that. And coaches are different from I don't know, I call them support systems. Support systems are people that mentions your name in rooms where you are not. I have please confirm you can.
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Ruth, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I had a call coming. So, like I said, I'm wrapping up with this. Mentors are some sort of connection. You have to be connected to your mentors. And it takes, for me, it took the grace of God for me to be able to connect to my mentors and say, these are the people I want to model my life after. And then coaches, I have a lot of coaches. So you can actually go and meet people and say, oh, I want you to be my coach. I need you to guide me. My current role, my boss is actually my coach. He guides me on so many things. I want to learn a lot from him. So he's my coach. So that is the same thing as it's not the same thing, I beg your pardon, as mentors. Please take note of that. So for all of those, whether mentors, whether support systems, whether coaches, how do you get them? You get them when you have value in your hands. You get them when you have value and skills in your hands. Like Esoa has mentioned, it's value for value. It's an exchange thing. It's an exchange thing because you have to support them in some way. Some of them don't ask for this support, but you have to think of a way to support them, whether they like it or not. You have to think of a way of to be valuable to them because they are being valuable to you. I have a mentor. I call him a mentor because he mentors me in different aspects of my life. He works with the World Bank. This is somebody that he mentions my name in rooms that I am not in. This is somebody that has the attribute of a coach as a mentor and a support system. This is somebody that I get calls from people and say, oh, you were recommended for this. And I heard a lot of amazing things about you. Hope you're able to fill in the shoes. These are mentors. And how I have been able to prove over the years to this person that I am of high essence and value is how I've been able to be of immense value to this person as well. So I don't know if I'm able to answer your question correctly, but it's essential to get a mentor, to get a coach, and to get a support system, someone that actually mentioned your name in rooms where you are not in. So I don't know if I've been able to do justice to this question, but I think subsequently on the group, I'll be able to drop more highlights and hints about mentorship.
Wow, thank you so much, Ruth. I'm so overwhelmed. Thank you Thank you so much for your time. It was a time well spent. I can see the comment section going up in fire, literally. Plenty smokes. There's deliverance.
Thank you, people. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to actually be speaking to everybody. Thank you so much. I thank you for the opportunity to speak to young people as myself and to be able to indeed spark up some fire in them and tell them that, yeah, it's possible. It's possible for you to be in those rooms. It's possible for you to dream, to think about something. So when I was moving to Abuja, so when I moved to Abuja, I just quit my role. I just resigned. I just resigned and said, I'm packing my loads to Abuja. I don't have a house to stay. I don't have a job. The one I have, I dropped it and said, I want to leave it. That's the power of the focused mind. And I told myself, I'm going to be, in the first 1 year, I'm going to stay in Abuja. I'm going to work in an international development organization. And I did not just work with an international development organization. I actually volunteered also. I volunteered for the United Nations. I worked with several international development organizations. And I'm currently, my mentor said, Ruth, you need to sit your ass down. You need to stay with one organization. That's when I had to even make a choice. There was a lot of choices to make. Where people were telling me that, oh, Ruth, please come at. Just this evening, my mentor called me. I was like, oh my God, why did I not hire you to work with us at the UN? Because if she wants to get things done, I am the person she calls. So if I'm able to have sparked up a fire in one person, to be able to feel that it's possible when you set your mind on something. Imagine me quitting my job, packing my bag with the little tiny money I have with me and say, oh, I'm moving to Abuja. I set my mind on something. I want to go and achieve it. And I did it. That's the power of a focused mind. That's what my mentor would tell me. That's the power of a focused mind. If you have your mind focused and set on something, you would get it done. And that's how I was able to achieve the little I've been able to achieve. Thank you so much. And so I think I've taken a lot of time.
Thank you. Of course, it's worth it. It's worth it. But thank you so much. Thank God that we have a community that we're always going to have access to these people and coach them for as many that are open to the opportunity. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a beautiful night rest. And thank you so much.
Thank you, people. Bye.
Also, guys, can we show Ruth some love as she leaves us? Show us some love. Show us some love. Our second speaker is already in the room.
Thank you so much, people. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yes, guys, that was fire in the room. That was fire in the room. So our second speaker is already here, right? See, I could just go on and pick up from where Ruth left, right? And just continue. But I'm going to hold myself because I said I didn't want to speak. I think probably I'll just say something on the last day. But like I said to you guys, the series continue. Next week, Thursday, will be, I don't want to mention his name yet. We'll be having somebody very powerful in the room with us, right? Maybe the upper Thursday, I would seize the opportunity to just train, speak, and talk, right? But next week, Thursday, we're going to be having somebody with us in the room because the Beyond Schooling Conference series will just continue. So let me tell you guys, if you're in this room and you know you have people that are supposed to be in this room and they say they don't go join, do yourself a favor and force them to be here. I don't even need to beg you again. Force them, as in literally force them. You know why? Because they're in your circle and you cannot grow bigger than your circle. You can't grow bigger than your circle. So if these people are your choice of friends, drag them to be in the community. Drag them to be in this room. So there are plenty of questions. So I'm very sure that Mabel and Co are putting the questions together so that we can always begin to do justice to them. And if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe. That's the little favor you can do for us. Value for value. Subscribe, share what you have learned from this session. So I want to appeal to you. I want to see a lot of people. I want to see your comments on how day one went on Facebook. Bring out your phone, take a picture, right? Let's see you put up comments on Facebook. I don't want to hear it was fantastic. It was fantastic is nothing. It's vague. Tell us what you learned. Tell us how the session was for you. Tag us, hashtag Beyond Schooling Conference, hashtag Why Do After. Tag me, tag the organization. Follow us on a different social media platform, right? It's only has just begun. This is just the one. So we're bringing up Solomon Otta to the stage right now. But before it comes up, as usual, you know we're going to have to play his bio. And guys, if you know you still have some energy, let me see it in the chat room. What do you intend to learn from Solomon? Those of you that were asking, how do I volunteer? Where do I know what to volunteer? Which organization? Solomon is here to do justice to that questions, and that's what he's going to be talking about. But before it comes up, Daniel, please, can we have I'm noticing that his network is fluctuating. It is off and on, right? But let's see how much we can take. Let's see how much we can take. So before he comes, hopefully he's able to join us. We're just going to play his bio. Listen to his bio. See what young people are doing. Hear bio. Hear his profile. And some of these people, these are abridged profile. It's too long. We could not voice. We have to reduce some. Right?
Mr. Solomon
so
Otta
Daniel, please
is the lead consultant at SoftPoint Digital Consult, a tech and media firm that helps personal and business brands look attractive, grab attention, and experience 10 times growth, leveraging on content creation, digital services, branding, and consulting expertise. He is a digital content creator with in-depth knowledge in all the content forms, including text, video, audio, and graphics. He's the team manager and marketing officer at moneypedia.com, a leading blog focused on youth entrepreneurship, business opportunities, and grant funding. He is a recipient of the Writer of the Year Recognition Award in the Under 35 Awards, courtesy of Stop the Cycle campaign in 2019. He is a recipient of the International Youth Visionary Awards 2019, courtesy of Jamie Pujol International, and Young Leaders Impact Award, courtesy of Jamie Pujol University in 2024. He is a 2020 nominee for the 25 Under 25 Awards, courtesy of SME 100 in the Media and Communication category. He received an award as the Most Committed Actor of the Year in 2018, courtesy of Grace Theatre Ministry, and Most Active Creative of the Year in 2021, courtesy of the same brand. He received the Young Impact Award, courtesy of the Inspire Network. He received the Young Igbo Chinmaker Award in 2020, courtesy of Century Map. He has spoken in so many events, both offline and online. He received an award of recognition in 2020 from Gide Kaiji Global, same publishing firm that published his article in their global magazine. He has worked with local and international clients, offering services and products around content creation and digital marketing. He branded an international TEDx event, TEDx Bingerville in 2021, hosted in Ivory Coast. He has designed for brands like Lapo Microfinance Bank Triple Cakes, APM Terminal and WACT Growth-Minded Educator Network. He facilitates the Writing Mastery Training and Smartphone Graphic Design Bootcamp. He also hosts a life-transforming Next Level Coaching program. Mr. Solomon Otta has directly and indirectly trained more than 10,000 people on content creation. He has held 20 editions of the Writing Mastery Training and has a course on smartphone graphic designing. He is an author of 14 ebooks and 1 paperback. His mantra is becoming the better version of your best. Solomon Otta believes that nobody is a nobody, so he wakes up every day seeking for one more life to bless. Mr. Solomon Otta is the lead consultant at SoftPoint Digital Consult, a tech and media firm that helps personal and business brands look attractive, grab attention, and experience 10 times growth, leveraging on content creation, digital services, branding, and consulting expertise. He is a digital content creator with in-depth knowledge in all the content forms, including text, video, audio, and graphics. He's the team manager and marketing officer at moneypedia.com, a leading blog focused on youth entrepreneurship, business opportunities, and grant funding. He is a recipient of the Writer of the Year Recognition Award in the Under 35 Awards, courtesy of Stop the Cycle campaign in 2019. He is a recipient of the International Youth Visionary Awards 2019, courtesy of Jamie Pujol International, and Young Leaders Impact Award, courtesy of Jamie Pujol University in 2024. He is a 2020 nominee for the 25 Under 25 Awards, courtesy of SME 100 in the Media and Communication category. He received an award as the Most Committed Actor of the Year in 2018, courtesy of Grace Theatre Ministry, and Most Active Creative of the Year in 2021, courtesy of the same brand. He received the Young Impact Award, courtesy of the Inspire Network. He received the Young Igbo Chainmaker Award in 2020, courtesy of Century Map. He has spoken in so many events, both offline and online. He received an award of recognition in 2020 from Dide Kaiji Global, same publishing firm that published his article in their global magazine. He has worked with local and international clients, offering services and products around content creation and digital marketing. He branded an international TEDx event, TEDx Bingerville in 2021, hosted in Ivory Coast. He has designed for brands like Lapo Microfinance Bank, Triple Cakes, APM Terminal and WACT Growth-Minded Educator Network. He facilitates the Writing Mastery Training and Smartphone Graphic Design Bootcamp. He also hosts a life-transforming Next Level Coaching program. Mr. Solomon Otta has directly and indirectly trained more than 10,000 people on content creation. He has held 20 editions of the Writing Mastery Training and has a course on smartphone graphic designing. He is an author of 14 ebooks and 1 paperback. His mantra is becoming the better version of your best. Solomon Otta believes that nobody is a nobody, so he wakes up every day seeking for one more life to bless. Mr. Solomon Otta is the lead consultant at SoftPoint Digital Consult, a tech and media firm that helps personal and business brands look attractive, grab attention, and experience 10 times growth, leveraging on content creation, digital services, branding, and consulting expertise. He is a digital content creator with in-depth knowledge in all the content forms, including text, video, audio, and graphics. He's the team manager and marketing officer at moneypedia.com, a leading blog focused on youth entrepreneurship, business opportunities, and grant funding. He is a recipient of the Writer of the Year Recognition Award in the Under 35 Awards, courtesy of Stop the Cycle campaign in 2019. He is a recipient of the International Youth Visionary Awards 2019, courtesy of Jamie Pujol International and Young Leaders Impact.
Hi, Mr. Solomon, can you hear? Oh, good. Hi, Solomon. Wow. I see Solomon is having a real network challenge. So guys, what do you guys suggest? What do you suggest we'll do? Do we start a bit early tomorrow and see if we can have Solomon up say for 6:30 tomorrow? What do we think? So he can be up from 6:30 to about 7:10 before the speakers for tomorrow come up. Because I guess he's having a real network challenge. I need to see response and feedback in the chat. What do you guys think? If you're still in the room, let me know. And if you can hear me, please let me know, because I'm asking a question that needs response from the audience. Mr. Solomon is in the studio, but apparently having real network challenge. I'm suggesting that do we bring Solomon up tomorrow? So we begin for 6:30 tomorrow instead of 7. So Solomon comes up for 6:30 and takes his session till 7:10 before the speakers for tomorrow come up. Is that okay? Yeah, so I'm seeing, but that's just from one person. That one person is not enough to make the entire decision, right? So I'm looking at the chat room. If I get a reasonable number of response, considering the number of people that are live right now, we would know if that's the option we are going with. But for now, I don't have a reasonable response in the room to know if that's the option we are going with, right? So while I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the chat room to hear your decision. I'm sure you guys have had a very amazing time. I don't need to tell you that you ought to be here tomorrow, right? And you know very well that if you were to pay for this program, I don't know how much you think for this lineup of speakers, what you think the cost would have been, right? But it's almost 9 o'clock. So guys, let's be here tomorrow. Let's be here tomorrow. Solomon is back. Let's just try again. Okay, he's still not right now. So Daniel, bring him up, please. Solomon, can you say something? Because I don't have a reasonable response in the room to know if that's the option we are doing. What's happening? So while I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the chat room to Daniel, why am I still hearing my voice? Hi, Solomon, say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. So can I shoot? Can you shoot?
Oh, please go ahead. Daniel, take me off the screen for just the speaker. All right.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, and Soha, for this great opportunity. I wish to sincerely apologize for the delay. Just like she said, I've been having a very strong network issues, but thank God we are live. And I'll try my best to be very fast so as to deliver the value that is expected. Okay, so thank you so much to the first speaker too, who did massively well, talking about the necessary skills you need to master even before you graduate. That got value from that section. Trust me, everything you're going to be learning from this particular conference is geared. And I want to believe that in this audience, we have different sets of persons. We have undergraduates, we have recently graduated students, and we have
Think hello? Hello?
We can hear you, ma. We can hear you.
Okay, so I think we'll just continue tomorrow. So I'll reach out to Solomon now to let him know that I can't see my video. Oh, sorry. So I'll reach out to Solomon now to let him know, or to see how his schedule can fit in to accommodate us for either tomorrow or Friday. But whatever, we are still going to have him in the program because he's talking about a very interesting topic. And if you see, you see that what he was coming to talk about is majorly where Ruth was telling you that she began from. If I also have to tell you my story, I also began by volunteering. I also began by volunteering. Yes, that's where I started from as well as a volunteer. Um, we cannot unpack everything once, like I said. The community is going to be there. We're going to have the after school series for the next 3 to 4 weeks after the conference this week, beginning from next week. I will take one of the sessions where we'll just talk, right? And then we're going to be having other persons. So since we've all learned a whole lot, I don't want to keep us. Somebody said they need to go and ponder on what they have heard, right? One thing would really appeal to you guys to do for us is please put up your experience on social media. If you're on Facebook, put it up on Facebook. Follow us, African Youth Research Development and Mentorship Hub, right? This, if you look at the screen, you will see our social media handles scrolling. Please follow us. Put up your experience for today. Tag us to it. That will be one of the values you're doing for us. Let this conference go viral so that other young people can join and enjoy what you are getting, right? And please subscribe to the channel, right? Many of you are here, you just joined in but you're not subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. We would leave the recordings. We will leave the recordings. Unlike last year, we put down the recordings immediately and we packaged them. They were sold. But for this year, we would leave the recording for a period of time. We would also do well to bring in the recordings from last year, the Skill Sprint conference, and also try to upload them. Please watch and comment. Watch them and comment, right? Okay, so since Solomon is here, let's please, Daniel, bring both of us on the screen. Let's make the arrangement for tomorrow. Can you put both of us on the screen? Hi, Solomon. His network is still really shaky. So I'll just continue. I'll call him afterwards and let him know what the arrangement is. So guys, that will be it, and we probably will be calling it a wrap. So just let me know what you like. Yes, Ijoma will continue tomorrow. Hopefully it fits into his own schedule. But if he can't do it tomorrow, we will do it on day 3, whatever. It just means that we'll start earlier, like 30 minutes earlier than the original scheduled time for the program. You guys don't want to miss it. The speakers for tomorrow, they are fire. The speakers for the day after tomorrow, they are fire. Right? If you're looking at, in fact, let me not blow our trumpet too much. Let's allow the smoke settle down. So guys, if you know you're going to put up a post, let me know. Let me see in the chat room. Oh, I'm going to share my experience on social media platform. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to share the link to others to join. Let me see you make that commitment in the chat room while we are calling it a wrap. And the one thing that stood out for you, fairy funness, I tell you, right? She was calm, and at the same time, she was fairy, right? I'm waiting for us. If you know you're going to do that Elijah, thank you so much. So please, when you do that, please tag me. My social media handle is Esoe Esther Ide. The organization, look at the name, African Youth Resource and African Youth Resource Development and Mentoring Hub. Find us on Facebook, tag us. On Instagram, it is at afridem.com. If you type in the full name, you also see it. I want to see your experiences. I want to see your learnings from the conference. And this is what is going to help us to know, should we continue this conference? All your friends are very important, Max. Should we continue this conference? But for us, whether you say yes or not, it's the vision in our hearts. We're just going to continue. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you to the entire team. Daniel is the project manager. Kendra, who is the head of program for our organization. Mabel, Chidima, quite a number of them, about 6 or 7 of them here. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So this is where we'll be calling it a wrap. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope you're going to share what you've learned. In fact, let me quickly say, you have not actually learned. Let me not get into this conversation. You have not learned anything yet. You've just gotten information. It is until this information is translated into knowledge. It is until this information you've gotten is implemented and put into work. That is when learning has taken place. Time will not permit me. I would have wanted to see, there's much I want to talk to you guys about. I will talk to you about schooling and education. They are 2 different things, right? But let's see. We are together in this matter. Let's just see how it's unveiled and how we go on this journey that the Lord has led us. So thank you so much, guys. It is a wrap from me. It is good night and God bless you. See you all tomorrow for 6:30. If you're in the group, I will let you know. Is Solomon available? Are we starting for 6:30 tomorrow? It's going to be on the WhatsApp group. You will know. If we're starting for 7, you would also know, but the information will be communicated to you. So thank you so much, guys. This is me saying good night.